welcome back. Unfortunately, the world lost Bonnie Tyler this week, and I just thought as kind of a tribute, it would be a good day to look at this album of hers, which was her major introduction, at least to the U.S. She had done numerous albums before this, but I think this was the album that, in 1983, put her on the map for what we all know her for. Of course, this album includes the song Total Eclipse of the Heart, which is just a massive, massive song. I think at this point everybody has probably heard that. And it's just her voice just so powerful on that. Just one of the best vocals on a track, I think, in the 80s that really captured so much for so many. Down here, it actually lists the names of the band. And there's a couple names I want to point out on here. There's a lot of fun history on this album, and I thought I'd point out some of that. Rick Derringer first. He played guitars, and he has been quite successful as a studio musician, but also in the band The McCoys with the song Hang On Sloopy, back in the 60s, I believe. And he's done some things with Edgar Winter, and but for me, the thing that I always remember him for is he wrote Hulk Hogan's theme, Real American, and for that I will always be thankful for Rick Derringer. We actually lost him just last year as well. And then I also wanted to point out on drums, it's Max Weinberg. And people probably know him from the E Street Band, but also for years and years of being Conan O'Brien's band leader on his original Late Show. Just some fun history surrounding this album. There's the disc there. There's nothing back behind it. And we'll open this up, and in here you'll also see the names of all the tracks, and this folds open as the two sides. So we'll start here first, and you can see here it shows all the song lyrics and the info for each individual song. And I find it interesting to point out on this one here, Have You Ever Seen the Rain? Which it says by John Fogerty. This is a cover of the famous Creedence Clearwater Revival song. I also want to point out over here, Going Through the Motions, that track is actually a cover of a Blue Oyster Cult song, which I find fascinating. And we'll flip this over to the other side now. And there's just a lovely picture there of Bonnie back in the 80s. And some more lyrics laid out here. And on this side I want to point out Straight from the Heart, because that is a Bryan Adams cover. There's just so much interesting stuff going on this album that I love just diving into. And the last point of note I want to point out is that right here On the track It's a Jungle Out There, the band includes Paul Schaefer, who you might know as the band leader for David Letterman for all those years, and also Steve Jordan, who's playing drums on that track. He's done tons of studio work over the years, but I think for me, I know him best from his work with the John Mayer Trio. It's just fun to look back and see that Bonnie Tyler was working with so many talented musicians and writers, paying homage to a number of them, and I think her voice is one that millions and millions have enjoyed over the years since the 80s. Even up until recent day, she was still out there singing and touring and doing a lot. And it's sad to have to say goodbye to legends like this, but I just wanted to honor her a little bit today by looking at this landmark album. And I thank you for joining me, and I hope you did enjoy that. And I'll see you in the next dive.